Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another proRevenge Reddit video. I'm really trying to reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers, so if you can help me in any way, I would really appreciate it. Also, Slash Bash now has channel membership, so check out the join button to find out more. In our first story, our OP works in a team that goes around the world making things happen, successfully. But then the team changes and a new manager takes over and lays down the law. Does OP have to just suck it up and do what he is told? I don't think so. Let's jump right in. After I came back from Kosovo with the US Army, I got lucky once and landed a really great job. I was contracted to work as a liaison in several parts of the world. Our team would basically go somewhere, figure out what needed done, then make it happen. For example, my first assignment was back to Kosovo and several towns needed various construction projects. Things like a bridge over a creek, a town community center, a waste treatment plant, etc. We coordinated with the Army, NATO, the EU, dozens of contractors and would get the jobs done. We would secure funding, then hire contractors, and in some places, we were involved in hiring workers as a means of stimulating the local economy. The first team I worked with was amazing. We were able to get so much accomplished and genuinely enjoyed working together. We also had to figure out how to do everything. Our instructions were, go to place, find out what needs done, get it done. Somehow we figured it out. Sometimes it was happy accidents. We made a $1 million deal because we accidentally ran into the guy we needed to contact for funding in a random bar. We had been trying to find him for days. Found him in a bar at lunch. Sometimes we worked long days, as much as 20 hours. Sometimes on weekends. Sometimes we had very little to do. In our off time, we explored the areas, went to bars and restaurants. It was honestly one of the best jobs ever. Anyway, eventually our contracts ran out and I was the only one who signed on for another year. My teammates had families and I was single at the time. When I met the new team, I knew almost instantly that this was going to suck. A team consisted of 4 people, a manager and 3 liaisons. The 2 other liaisons were among the 2 unhappiest people I've ever met, and I could never figure out why. The guys griped and complained about everything. We all got great pay, often it was tax exempt, we were generally safe, we usually had fairly comfortable lodging where we went, but they were never happy. One of the places we went, we were easily living in the nicest hotel in the city, with probably the best suites they offered, but the shower doesn't get hot enough, and I have to filter water to drink it. We were on the only floor in the building where the suites had their own showers or running water. Even worse than those 2 guys was our manager. Whoever taught this guy about leadership should be flogged. Supposedly, he learned from being an officer in the US Army and also from his business degree at UCLA. But somewhere along the lines, he missed all the lessons about teamwork, management, and literally anything related to managing a team. When we met, I told him that I would be happy to help him start building a relationship with all our contacts and make his transition for the new team as seamless as possible. His response? I'm in charge of this team. We are going to change some things to start doing it right. Okay. He also decided to lay down the law, again reasserting that he was the boss. Our new rules were no consumption or possession of alcohol and no leaving the lodging or workplace in off-duty hours. We worked from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time Monday through Friday. Basically, on our off-duty hours, we stayed in our rooms or within whatever facility we were lodged in. You're not here to be on vacation. You're here to get your jobs done. We were back in Southeastern Europe at the time, and I had a lady friend in town. No way in hell am I staying in my room and twiddling my thumbs. I told him right away that there was no chance that I was going to comply with his commandments, that company policy was clear, that as long as there was no imminent safety risk, that we were free to do as we wished in our free time. To claim as a safety risk required that he prove that his measures were necessary. I said, "This is not the military. You do not own all my time." So yeah, off to a real great start. It was less than 2 weeks before it came to a head. We had gotten nothing done. Nothing. The manager refused to use the contacts I had acquired over the last year, instead preferring to go through official channels. So I started just doing stuff myself. I made the calls, I got the funding, hired contractors, etc., and went and saw my lady friend after hours. He had this really funny thing he did where he would yell at me for going behind his back, but then put his name on my tickets and pass the work off as his own. I got sick of this, along with the crybaby brothers not doing anything. A shouting match ensued. I pointed out his glaring incompetence. He was mad that I didn't follow orders like a soldier. In the end, he got me fired. I tried to fight it, but apparently he was buddies with someone high up in the company. I had the last laugh though. Just before I turned in my laptop and cell phone, I went through and deleted everything. Some of the files that I couldn't get in trouble for keeping I saved to my own computer, but the rest were gone. This was all my contacts, all my notes, how to get money, where to get contractors, private numbers for hundreds of people. In the hands of even a moderately competent person, this was a gold mine of information. All gone. I spent a while just kind of floating around before eventually going home. Apparently, as soon as I was gone, the old manager opened up my laptop and went to go through all my files. He was enraged that all that information was all gone. 2 months later, they were still floundering around, unable to accomplish anything, so the whole team was disbanded. In story number 2, when an accounting liaison won't do her job without being paid for it twice, it's time to make her pay. The cast is me, my business partner, the head of accounting department of a customer's site, and the site director. During my time as a consultant, we started having payment problems with one multinational client. Specifically, this one site stopped paying their bills. Their excuses got worse and worse. Now, we had a great relationship with the site director and various executives, but this accounting department suddenly couldn't find their arse with either hand. After 6 months, it started looking like time to hire a lawyer and threaten lawsuits. A horrible idea with really bad consequences for repeat business, but the accounting woman we liaised with suggested a face-to-face bring all your documents meeting. 3 hours drive there, 3 hours drive home, probably a 2-hour meeting, but it was a significant amount of money. Unfortunately for her, we had just acquired a neat little electronic gadget. Just to optimize our time there, we set up a meeting with the site director to touch bases. Double bonus, we could cut short a dragging on meeting by mentioning we had to go see the site director. The accounting woman waffled, talked about anything and everything and nothing. Wouldn't say why any of this was happening. Me and my partner exchanged disgusted looks and stood up to walk out. She hurriedly got to the point. For an administrative fee of X, she would see that the payments would be made within the week. It was a flat-out bribery holdup. We exchanged another look. You seriously want us to pay you X dollars to do the job this company is already paying you for? It certainly would help. If we get the money to you by the end of the day, you'll unblock the situation. Yes. I assume you want cash? Yes, cash would be perfect. Right, let's go. We left and went straight to the site director's office. He graciously showed out a subordinate so he could meet with us earlier than planned. We pulled out our neat little gadget and played back the recording of the relevant bits of the meeting. Thank you for confirming my suspicions. I'll take care of it. You'll be paid within the week. You understand we'll be keeping the original of the recording. You can have a copy. Not necessary, thank you. I'll take care of it. Have a nice trip back. The reaction of the site director was unexpectedly positive and easy. We figured that it would shock or meet resistance, but no. Payment arrived 3 days later in full. Celebration! Afterwards, a different person became our site liaison. During a future mission at the site, we were informed, unofficially, that the accounting woman had been promoted to head of warehouse, for which she had no training, and told to sit in a corner and just handle the inventory count, already run by a computer, while her 3-week leaving period ran out the clock. We got some interesting questions from our new account liaison, which led me to suspect they were starting a forensic accounting investigation to nail her with professional malfeasance in order to destroy her professional reputation and stop her unemployment benefits. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, subscribe. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.